How's it going, YouTube? Broke Boy Tactical here, and I hope that you're having a great day. I've got the light positioned a little differently here because I'm going to be doing some standing and some demonstrating today because we're going to be talking about open carry. And right off the bat, I'm not advocating open carry, but it's legal for some people, and some people open carry, and I open carry sometimes. But if you're going to do it, I do believe there is a formula for success because you're kind of a poster child for the Second Amendment, okay? So you need to take it seriously. Hit like and subscribe, and I've got some good information to share with you guys today, all right? So, right off the bat, you're open carrying. People are very visual people, and they judge people. This is the world we live in, and there's no getting around it. People as a whole are judgy. You may be saying, well, I don't judge people. Well, great, that's you. But people as a whole are judgy, okay? And we're very visual. That's our most important sense to us. We basically what books we read off the cover. We date people based off their looks. I mean, we make our friends, believe it or not, based off their looks. This is a very real thing. So you're carrying a gun out in public. You're already off to a bad start. Okay? You're not making a lot of friends. Anti-gunners are gonna hate it even more. Pro-gunners frown upon it. Okay? So you're already not making any friends. So it's up to you to counteract that in every way possible. Look the part. Dress at least like a responsible adult. You don't have to be fancy pants or anything like that, but you need to look respectable. Let me demonstrate. If you're open carrying, why don't you try tucking your shirt in? You know? Look somewhat respectable. You know? Look like an adult. Wear a nice watch. Just look the part. Smell good. Smile. Have good posture. Look confident. Trust me, when you exude confidence, it tends to bleed out onto other people. If you're confident in what you're doing, they're going to be more confident in what you're doing. And it does matter. You may be saying, well, it's my Second Amendment God-given right now. If I'm legally allowed to do so, well, fuck them. They don't have no right to judge me. Well, you know what? Sure. In a perfect world, I would love it if that's how it worked, but it's not. People judge each other. So looking the part, looking nice, is a big part of it. Because also, especially for the anti-gunner, they're looking at you like, what a jackass. This is what I hate people with guns. So the nicer you look, the better. And if you can at all possible, make eye contact with people. Don't be scared. You're following the law. Be confident in what you're doing. Have good posture. If you're standing in line and you see somebody next to you looking at you, or looking at your gun, you'll feel it. Just look over and be like, you're the guy looking at me. You're looking at my gun, and just look over. You don't have to say anything. A little bit of eye contact and a nice smile goes a long way. People are less scared of people that make eye contact with them. It's like a sign of trust, all right? And a smile is a gesture of goodwill. You know what they're looking at. You don't have to bring it to light. That they know. Just leave it for what it is. Just smile and go on about your day. And I notice you're going to see me doing this a lot. If you find yourself in a standing still position where you're not going to be doing anything with your hands for a long time, I learned this in security. This is a really good de-escalation tactic. Keeping your hands on your chest in plain sight, fingers crossed, thumbs right here. This way you can still talk to people, things like that, but your hands are nowhere near your firearm. Anywhere right here, even on your belt. Just somewhere with your fingers interlocked together is, I've noticed, a good technique for de-escalation, and it's an escalating situation. You're open carrying a firearm. People are uneasy. This is a great de-escalation tactic. This says to people, hey, my hands aren't going anywhere. Trust me, I mean this. It works. It's a good one. It really works, all right? So looking the part. Being a Boy Scout, hold the door for people. You should be doing this anyway, but be kind to people. Be really kind. And I don't mean just not rude. I mean kind. Be a Boy Scout. Hold the door. Go out every way to look at people. Smile at people. If somebody does talk to you, be kind back to them. Don't ignore them. If somebody's like, oh, crazy weather we're having, you'd be like, I know, right? Texas. Jeez. Bullshit with people. You're a normal person. You don't need to be scared that you're carrying this. The only thing that's going to make people even more uneasy is the fact that you're uneasy. Watch how this situation changes. I'm like this in line. How you doing? You less scared of that? Are you scared of that guy, or are you more scared of this guy? I mean, there's nothing inherently wrong with it, but people judge people. You don't look all that confident in yourself. You look kind of shady and you look nervous. You know, you look unsure of yourself. Even if you're dressed nice, you're doing everything else right, the more unsure of yourself, the more unsure everybody else is going to be about you, okay? So just look like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're not doing anything wrong. Just go about your day. And honestly, I mean this. Most of the people that I have talked to about firearms tell me, they're like, well, what do you do for a living? And I tell them, since we're having a conversation, they're like, oh, I thought you were an off-duty police officer. Look the part, okay? So, here's another tip for advice. Seriously, do not wear anything offensive. You can follow all these rules. Shirt tucked in. You can still technically look nice, but if you're wearing some politically offensive shirt, I don't care what side you fall under, I don't recommend you open carry while wearing a Make America Great Again hat or a Fuck Biden shirt or anything that's going to trigger a liberal, because you're already triggering liberals. You don't need to add fuel to the fire. That may be your game. If that's what you're about, you are not the person, in my opinion, who should be carrying a firearm anyways. You're asking for, conflict. It's one thing to stand up for what you believe in and to vote for what you believe in. And it's another thing when you are open carrying a firearm to invite confrontation. And you are inviting confrontation. So you need to remember that, to avoid it at all costs. If somebody, like a Karen, walks up to you and says, oh, you bet you think you're real fucking tough carrying that gun, don't you? Don't even acknowledge her. Keep walking. Go about your day. Be aware of her and where she is. Remember, you're open carrying. Be aware of where she is, but ignore her. If she starts to follow you, start videotaping her, don't talk to her, but just go to your car. Do not stop and videotape her. Just get your phone out. It's a good legal resource. Just keep walking. Do not engage. Do not engage. Trust me. I cannot express that enough. Do not engage. All right? If you're open carrying a firearm and you're following all these rules and you are asked to leave an establishment, even if they don't have a sign, that is a private business. This may be your Second Amendment God-given right, but when you're in a store, you're in the United States of that store. They make the rules. If they ask you to leave and you don't leave, you are criminally trespassing. You're breaking a law, and you're also breaking a law with a firearm on you. Not a good combination. Open carry is never a time. A lot of people are going to be like, this is a great time to champion the Second Amendment. Time and a place. Time and a place. Time and a place. That's all I can say. Not every moment it calls for activism. Okay? Time and a place, all right? Be responsible, be an adult, be mature, and be appropriate. Just make sure you conduct yourself appropriately. Okay? Some weird little tips for open carry. A wedding ring and a nice watch. I don't care if you're married or not. Bear with me here. All right, I'm going to sit down for this one. Bear with me. Let me finish. I've been told this by a bunch of women too, and I've also witnessed this in life. Going through my entire life, strange women, sure, I've been hit on at the bar or whatever like that, but just like in the line at the grocery store, strange women don't talk to strange men. They just don't start random conversations with strange men. Ever since I got married, women have been much less threatened by me. And let's be real here. Who is likely to be scared of you and call the police on you? It's not sexist. It's reality. It's a woman. Okay? Even if you're not married, if you're going to open carry, this right here makes you a lot less threatening to a lot of people, especially women. Okay? It's just a fact of life, all right? It's just the way that it is. You get treated better when you're married. I've noticed this. This just goes a long way. Wearing a nice watch. Doesn't have to be expensive. People don't, unless it's a Rolex, nobody has any fucking idea, but something that will catch the eye, a conversation piece possibly, just something that says, hey, and I mean this too, I've been told this is how cops look at it. You know what a watch says about somebody? Hey, I have a job and disposable income, and I spend my money on things that are not drugs. Okay? It really does. There's something We respect a man or a woman who has a nice watch, nice jewelry. Look nice. Look nice. And I mean it, like, look nice. If you're a guy, you don't like a lot of jewelry, wear a watch. Wear a nice watch. Doesn't have to be expensive, just a nice watch. I'm telling you, it's crazy how people just judge you just off of what you're wearing. And last tip, this is the most important in my mind. If you're going to open carry, it's one thing to wear a hat and glasses. It's sunny outside. You know, this is Texas. This is not a bad look. But if you're going inside somewhere, for the love of fucking God, don't go in like this while carrying a gun. No, be a normal person. And honestly, be a little Southern. You know what we do down here in the South when we enter an establishment? We take our hat off. Why? For one, it's good manners. Take your sunglasses off. Do not hide your face. Even if your hair is all fucked up and unpresentable. This right here, people being able to identify you, is going to make them a lot easier. It's going to make them feel a lot less uneasy around you. Then, you know, some guy walks into a store, you see him like this, and then they go, wow, look at that hair job. Jeez Louise, dude, take off your hat every once in a while, you know? But you can see my face. There's a certain level of trust there. Don't try to hide your face. Don't wear a hood. Don't wear a hat if you're inside of an establishment. And don't wear your fucking sunglasses inside. Seriously. I'm sorry, because I mean, seriously, when it's not appropriate to be wearing either one of these things, this blocks you from the sun, and this helps protect your eyes from the sun. If you're not around the sun, let's be real here. You just look like either a fucking wannabe Jason Bourne, or you look like a mass shooter. You really fucking do. And I'm going to say, at least what the left considers what they look like, I mean, you do. You look like a shady dude. You really do. So when you go inside of somewhere, especially when you're open carrying, just take your hat off and your sunglasses. You know, put your sunglasses in your pocket right here and just carry around your hat. And even then, you can put your hat back on. But I'm telling you, that little act right there, just being able to see your face, that's going to go a long way. And I'm telling you, taking off the hat goes a long way too. Don't try to hide your appearance in any way when open carrying. All right, this is just some simple tips to help you succeed if you do choose to do this. But I'm going to end this by telling you, no matter what you do, you are going to make people uneasy. You are going to scare people. Open carry is kind of an act of violence. Okay? You may be carrying it for the right reasons, like I do. It's comfortable. I can get to it if I need to, and I feel safer doing this. I'm more trained in this position. But you might want to consider getting some training in concealed carry as well, because 99% of life is not going to appropriately call for this. You're doing this because you can and because you choose to, and hopefully because you're trained and responsible. But if you are trained and responsible, part of your training is being aware of how you affect everybody else around you. This is supposed to make people feel, you and everybody else around you feel safer. This can protect you, this can protect your family, and it can also be used to protect others, okay? And it's very important that we remind people that, yes, we do carry this, if potentially we're walking past an alley and we see a woman getting raped, we probably would pull out our firearm. See my point? But you're a poster child. Everybody's judging you, and you're already off to a bad start by open carrying. So just please go out of your way to be a Boy Scout. If you are going to open carry, you owe it to yourself, and you owe it to the rest of us, and you owe it to society. You really do. Okay? See you next time.